welcome to the Cassini Project. It's hard to believe it, but after 6 months, we're finally at our season finale.
Yay! Woo!
So we've got a pair of guest stars tonight, returning, though not as his Jedi from our April Fool's episode, Farktoid.
Good evening.
And surprisingly, the one PC who has not been here, we got Ryan Tade as Centurion Sahen.
Oh, heck. Too much?
A little.
Not enough.
Well, I mean, considering the fishnets.
I mean, I thought they'd go good, because, I mean, someone served me Kelpian earlier today, so...
Now we just gotta hope that the Cassini doesn't blow.
Or sushi.
Sushi. Definitely sushi.
That's the way it should be served. Thank you.
Y'all are disgusting.
Not as disgusting as the person on the
Okay, moving on.
live stream who asked about Kelpian burgers.
Well, why don't we
seafood?
Why don't we start tonight with our captain giving his captain's log before this dissolves into a culinary critique?
Okay. Alright, hi, I'm Akon, Blake, Captain Harrison. Okay. Captain's log. Stardate 78697.51. It's been over a month since the incident at Nimbus 3. Our crew has come together amazingly under truly dire circumstances to persevere and in some cases even thrive in new identities. At one time I referred to us all as ghosts, and I see now that we've moved beyond such macabre descriptions, becoming fully living people. However, some of us are more haunted by their inherited past than others, myself included. I can't help that think things will come to a head soon, with consequences both unseen and blinding. Regardless, the Alliance has proven to be moving at full steam. The Cassini has been called to diplomatic dinner along with other vessels to celebrate this fact and to strengthen our bonds with our fellow governments. Several VIPs will be present, and we'll all be on our best behavior. I hope.
Well, you better hope harder. So we're going to move into Commander Catharis's... yes, Captain Catharis. There has been a coup.
Damn it, I knew this would happen!
Now, we're at the commander's office on Deck 2, where they are composing a letter to someone.
Okay. Begin recording. Father? No, retract that. Admiral? No, retract that too. Sir? Retract that. To whom it may concern. I understand from various sources that you do not wish for this correspondence to occur. This letter is being composed to tell you that I've decided to ignore those sentiments and that I want you to shove your wishes right up. That I understand your wishes. I don't like them, but I will adhere to them. I don't know what I'm hoping to achieve with this. An attempt at reconciliation for something that I can no longer remember? To grovel and plead for forgiveness, or to plead for a bond that was severed for a person who I no longer am. Or maybe I am that person. Look, all I know is apparently you're my father, and no one will tell me what the fuck happened and why you aren't talking to me. And that hurts. Maybe that's the point. I thought maybe after everything that happened that there would be someone out there who would give a fuck about me. Someone who would know what happened, who was relieved just to know that I was okay. Well, guess I was wrong. It would just be nice to get some goddamn answers for once, whoever you are. Though, I may as well... I don't know. I thought that I might as well try this from a source and a person that's giving me as much a shot in the dark as anything else I've tried. Probably. Maybe. It's not like you'll even listen to this. Hell, I probably won't even send it. Whatever. If this somehow finds its way to you, congratulations, I guess! You seem to be winning whatever spat it is that this whole thing stemmed from. I hope you're happy. Computer, end recording.
And as that recording ends, Talus bursts in through the door of your office, desperately trying to evade their family.
Commander Catharis. And I just kind of quickly sit in the chair across from your desk.
Lieutenant?
I don't actually need anything. I'm just in here because my mates were making small talk, and I needed an excuse to get away.
Ah. Well, you needn't have made an appointment in order to just... It's fine. Sit. Make yourself comfortable.
Okay, comfortable is relative right now, but thank you.
I tried to put them as far as I could in terms of quarters, but the ship's only so big.
Well, I was in their quarters. I was trying to socialize, but I don't know. It's just... I don't know what to talk about. It's really awkward. So I had to make an excuse. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Have you tried reading their files to try and find a common ground?
No. Like I said, comfort's a relative thing right now.
Right. Well, what do you think about this VIP dinner?
It'll be nice to have something that I can put my mind on. I've actually been thinking more about that than other things. But also I have this... I've never felt this before. Maybe, I think it's called anxiety. That maybe my parents will show up somehow. I don't know. It's kind of been a recurring theme in my thought patterns. Is like, oh, but what if they show up on the bridge during my duty shift and I have to herd them off of the bridge, or, things along those lines. It's kind of been interesting.
I will stand up and kind of make my way to lean on my desk kind of across from you. Lieutenant, you are aware your parents don't have clearance for the bridge.
I'm perfectly aware. As the tactical and security officer aboard the ship, I know where they can and cannot go. It's not rational fears, ma'am. That I am perfectly well aware of.
And it's at this moment that your comm badge is both chirp. Lieutenant Kalis to all senior staff. We are approaching the new Romulus system. Please report to the bridge.
All right.
Duty calls.
Lieutenant, if you're that concerned, perhaps you should speak to Nurse Viveros.
I'll do that, ma'am. Again, sorry about just busting in here.
Better you than some Eppo.
Right?
And we make our way to the bridge.
And you make your way to the bridge as the ship drops out of warp.
Commander, Lieutenant, good to see you.
Captain?
Captain.
Finally made it the new Romulus. Have we ever been here before?
You have not. As far as you know, since you have been reawoken, you have not been here.
I mean, has the Cassini ever been here before?
Yes. At some point during the Iconian War, you were here.
I wonder if anyone down there recognizes us.
Apparently that's where Eppos come from, so...
Everyone on the ship immediately has a PTSD attack and starts jumping out of airlock.
Turn us around, we're leaving.
Kagon, it's time for a new pet.
We're not letting King out off the bridge, right?
He just showed up on the bridge when you say that.
Yeah. All right. So where is the diplomat dinner being held?
It is being held in the city on New Romulus. Those of you who play STO, it is the New Romulus Command and Embassy.
All right, so I guess we're heading down with all senior staff.
All senior staff.
As soon as we get clearance.
All right, yep. So you come into orbit. Don't need to roll for it. There's nothing going on. However, since we're going to start the mission proper here, I'm going to announce a little rule for this particular story that's going to continue on. Since this is going to be a multi-parter by default, I will not be spending threat. You are starting at 0. However, at various points in time, there will be accumulations of threat. And there is a threshold of threat. A threshold, if you will, because I get to make the puns here. That will trigger an event in some point in the event of this campaign. If by chance that it doesn't happen, that's probably a good thing for y'all.
So act recklessly so we find out what the thing is. Cool, got it.
I really know what to say about curiosity and cats.
Perfect.
Rude.
Satisfaction
my word.
did bring
Satisfaction brought them back.
Well, we'll see about that. So you guys all get changed into your formal uniforms, and you beam down to New Romulus. And you're immediately greeted by an older Romulan Republic Admiral. Those of you who play the game, it's Admiral Karakek, who you were notified was going to be here to greet you. Hang on while I get everyone's formal gear up. And goes, crew of Cassini, welcome to New Romulus.
Admiral, thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure.
All right.
I'm just looking around, admiring the architecture.
Yeah. This was put up quite fast, wasn't it?
Oh yes, it was. It was quite a. I forgot how fast that went up in universe. Like not that long.
Yeah, I need to go back and actually take a look at the lore of that place.
Romulans were like, we have a home world, quick!
Mm-hmm.
Before someone tries to blow this one up.
Like the Iconians or anyone else.
Yeah.
Tholians as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, while you guys are standing around, there is one person who approaches you as you're standing there. A squat Tellarite ambassador shows up.
Well, look at all these folks. Hello, welcome back to reality. I am Ambassador Graz. Some of you, and I look at the lieutenant, might know me. I'm gonna walk up to Graz. Put my hand on Graz's shoulder. How are you, son?
All right.
You don't remember me, do you?
Just no. Shakes his head.
Well,
Takes a big deep breath. He's slightly tense.
well, that's all right. I think we'll figure out something to fix you, I hope. But it's good to see you again, safe and sound. But this is your crew. This is the Cassini, huh? This is an interesting group.
Ambassador, this is Captain Logan Harrison, Commander Catheris. They're the captain and CXO. This is our engineer, Centurion Sahen, our science officer. Our tactical officer is also Talus, and this is our science officer, Kagon. So I just took him out, and so I sort of just followed that, introducing everyone.
That's wonderful. How are you? I walk up to Captain Harrison. Captain, shake his hand.
Ambassador Graz, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You as well. Thank you for bringing my boy back to the living. As well as yourself, I suppose. This is We never thought we'd see the Cassini again.
Well, we do what we can.
That's great. All right. Well, I spread my arms out. I don't know if I'm the person to welcome you here. I am clearly, but you are certainly welcome to join us. Who are we after? Who's the? Where's that Romulan ambassador? He needs to be over here.
Kira comes back. He goes, he's currently in a meeting with Chancellor Jim Pock, unfortunately.
Ah, he's always in meetings. All right, come with me, and we're gonna give him a sort of a little mini tour, and down to where the conference thing is happening.
We'd be delighted. Lead on. And while we're walking, I'm going to lean over to Catheris and go, so they look exactly the same, right? It's not just me?
No, it's not just you.
I know, it's weird.
There is one difference. So Lieutenant Graz cuts, it's not really noticeable because of the way the stove models work, but Lieutenant Graz has his hair cut short, and Ambassador Graz's hair is long.
Okay, but yeah, facially, it's just like...
Yeah. Father looks like son.
Yeah.
The Tellarite apple does not fall far from the tree. Lucky for him.
All right, so you walk around for about an hour until you arrive. And of course, it deleted the thing. I didn't want it to.
Undo.
Yes. It'll be faster for me to do it this way. Which is, you guys end up in the embassy where the conference is going to be held and everyone's going to enjoy a nice, wonderful dinner. You can hear people talking and so forth, and people are just enjoying themselves.
Okay, how many of us are being wallflowers because we have no idea what to talk about?
I'm
would
kind of
assume-
being a wallflower because
Yo.
because it's the best way to make sure someone doesn't get kidnapped again.
This is true. We do have a bad record with diplomatic dinners.
Yes,
Well, and
you
I'm
do.
also, security officer, so I like to have my lay of the land, my
Mm-hmm.
overseeing.
I guess I wouldn't be a wallflower, but I wouldn't be saying much either.
Yeah.
But I would
Oh,
be.
Graz, why don't you come with me? Let's talk for a bit. It's been a while.
Okay.
Sort of lead him off to another corner, grab a drink.
All right. So you guys kind of pull yourselves aside.
I'm gonna wait until it seems like the captain has a lone minute, and I'm gonna approach him.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's do Baz and Graz's scene first.
Cool.
You named my character just so it rhymed, didn't you?
Yes, actually, I did.
Oh, jeez.
I'm very, very good at this. Okay. But yeah, so you pull him off to the side into one of those nice corner sitting areas that's in the embassy.
Yeah, sit down, boy. Boy, how long's it been since you? How long has it-
Well,
since
So-
you disappeared? I think. What was it? Been a month now. I haven't heard from you.
it'll be about a month since we found ourselves on Nimbus 3.
Yeah.
Did you know the previous captain? Did you have any interactions with the crew before?
No. This is the. I found out about the Cassini first when you appeared and then came back eventually. I don't know a whole lot about your ship.
So out of character, you do know that he was assigned to the Cassini about 7 months ago when the ship was first launched. He hasn't been able to talk about it. You've asked around a few times, but unfortunately, all the Cassini's missions have been mostly classified. So even when you've tried to look, you usually get told, please don't look into this.
Okay, well we can let's adjust that to I knew you were on that ship, but nobody ever talked much about it. I don't suppose you could say what was happening.
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't know what. I probably could read some papers, reports, but I have no idea what we were doing or what was happening. I just remember being on Nimbus 3, waking up on the bridge, and having to find out what we were doing there. So, yeah.
You all right, Graz? You sound a little more nervous than usual.
It's rather awkward. I have to admit. I just.
I suppose it is. What do you remember? Do you remember anything? What do you remember about me, about your mother?
Nothing.
Jeez.
I didn't really want to look up anything just because, I was fearful that we just that who knows what could have happened, and I didn't know whether it was good, whether it was bad, whether I just didn't know, and that's that was I didn't want to find out the bad.
Oh, I suppose that does make sense. Well, the important thing is that you're back. Your mother's fine. She's back home. You seem to be more or less yourself. But I don't. It sounds like you're going to need a lot of catching up to do, and we're going to have to figure out what happened. But I mean, we'll get to that. Okay. Everything's going to be all right.
And this touching moment is then interrupted when you hear from a Starfleet admiral standing at the corner. Excuse me, Ambassador. Can I borrow Lieutenant Graz for a moment?
Of course. We'll talk later, Graz.
All right. And so I'm on the wrong layer here to move things around. So as the ambassador moves off, Lieutenant Graz, this admiral, pulls you aside. You don't quite recognize what species he is off the top of your head. You're thinking maybe a Saurian or a Gorn? You're not sure. And he turns to you and goes, I have a couple of questions about your commanding officers.
Is he in? Are they in Starfleet uniform?
They're in formal Starfleet garb.
Okay. I just sort of blink at him. I presume it's a guy. I don't know.
It's definitely a masculine voice.
Okay.
And he goes, I just have one question about your Captain NXO. Are they good people?
Yeah. I don't really know how to answer, but yeah. We look out for each other, the crew. We're all just trying our best.
Well, I can obviously tell that your crew has a sense of family. I've learned that myself. I just have to know, are they good people? Not are they a good captain or a good executive officer?
I would say so.
Thank you. And you can kind of tell that he kind of chokes up a moment and he says, please return to your father. I know how important family is.
I just sort of like raise my eyebrow, like I'm missing something here. But
Yes, you are.
yeah,
I'm not giving it.
I think I have an idea, but yeah. All right. Thank you, Admiral.
You're welcome. And he just walks away. And I think that's a good cutting point back to the other side of the map, where the other crew members are.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, Catheris, I believe you wanted to talk to the captain.
Yeah, I'll just wait till he's like mingling at a drink table or something.
Oh yeah, no, Harrison's by the hors d'oeuvres.
And I just,
He's got some new Romulan food. He's got some gawk on his plate.
of course, just walk over. Do you have a moment?
Commander, yes, of course.
Kind of tug him away from the hors d'oeuvres table.
Okay.
Okay.
This is more of a friendly request.
Okay. What's on your mind?
I have an isolinear chip that I'd like you to pass to your mother next time you see her, if you have the chance.
Oh, okay, quick aside. GM, I mentioned before trying to patch things up with her. How has that been going?
She's been friendly. You guys have talked. You've learned a little bit about your childhood, growing up on Alpha Centauri, and so forth. It's all been very, very minor. You've been holding what you know close to your chest. She's been holding what she knows close to hers. It's very much all small talk.
Okay. Then yeah, I reach over and I take the data chips from their hand.
Just we're getting again.
It's actually wiggling. It's hard to find living gawk.
That is an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
I shall have some.
Feel free.
stuff.
All right, so Catheris has just asked Harrison to hand over a data rod to their mother.
Yep.
Yeah, I take the data rod. Anything?
No, I specifically recorded it on an isolinear chip. Thank
Okay,
you.
I take the isolinear chip.
Catheris is old school.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of an 8-track tape.
Catheris hands over a floppy disk.
What is this?
5
Esoterica.
and a quarter, not 3.5.
I do ask Catheris, anything I should know about?
It runs on punch cards.
It's just, I thought that she might be one of the few who might be in contact with my father and might be interested in bridging that gap.
You think she would, though? I mean, everyone else you've come across.
She's as good a shot in the dark as any.
That's fair. Next time I see her.
Thanks.
And I pocket the chip.
Gawk again, just
It's actually got a nice tang to it.
no.
I'm just imagining it's like this udon bowl of like gach and Swedish meatballs.
Yeah. A little bit of bloodline from marinating. It's actually pretty good. Although it's really
enjoy that.
no, these ones are still alive. You should give it a shot. And I just shove some into my mouth.
I'm fine.
And with that, we're switching over to the other 3 members of the crew who haven't had a seat yet.
Where's the Romulan ale?
Talus is just sipping on some wine and just kind of watching from a corner.
Gawk? Gawk? More for me.
Diplomatic functions have never been my thing.
Mine neither.
I have found that when you have a mouthful of gawk, people tend to step away from you and do not initiate conversation.
I wonder why.
Well, if diplomatic functions are not your forte, it's an out. A rather delicious out, I must say.
Agreed
Teach
by
their
no
own.
one.
Well,
I'm actually,
I've heard that someone's been frying up Nenov lately. Isn't that giant river pig?
I wouldn't know.
How could they hurt Nanos?
Kalis walks over and not Kalis, the Klingon, Callus, the Bajoran, walks over and just goes, "Trust me, no one wants to try Nanov. I don't know why, but it doesn't seem right. Who eats a giant pig tentacle monster?"
They are not monsters. They are cute. And cuddly.
We thought that about Epos too, didn't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
then they
remind me
breathe
of the
fire
Epos.
at you. Awkward silence continues.
To be fair, that was a Farazan breed.
Still,
Crazy cats.
I just take a sip on my wine.
You know the commander can hear you, right?
I think the commander's a little too busy in the moment in the corner.
Crazy genetically altered cats.
Crazy genetically altered Epos too.
Catheris is just watching this exchange with like the most glee.
And let's not forget the crazy genetically modified dragons.
Ah, yes, the dragon.
How could I forget the dragon?
Let's just be glad more worlds don't have them.
Well, we'll just send in Kagon if they do have them.
It's at this moment that the situation goes from awkward conversation about creatures trying to rip your face off to awkward when your boss walks over. And I don't mean the captain. As Admiral Tade walks up to you guys.
Oh!
Admiral!
My character just slowly gets this look of dismay on his face.
Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant, Centurion,
Admiral.
are you enjoying yourselves?
Yes, of course. Does
It
not look
is-
convincing about it.
It is
I have a
agreeable
mouthful.
to be around my people again.
Okay, I'm gonna have her roll at the moment you say agreeable.
And I have a mouthful of cock, so I'm. Oh, first right.
What the hell? I'm gonna make this a public roll. So I need you to so Ryan, can I have you as Sahen roll a, let's go with controls command check. And
Task
you
roll.
need, yeah, control attribute, discipline, command. And then it's a
two
task
dice.
roll. 2 dice. Okay, well, it always goes to the player in these events. So Tade takes a moment and she's like, very well, I would imagine it would be agreeable to be with one's own kind. I must ask, Centurion, what is your take on the Romulan people since you have been down?
Things have changed since the homeworld has been destroyed. That is.
So you don't remember anything.
Oh,
Yeah, you got
don't
hit with the same memory blast that all of us did.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
I forgot about that.
From what he's read,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
From
a pretty
what I
common
have-
roll, I would think.
Studied of my species, they are not the creatures of habit that Starfleet had led me to believe. These seem more subdued, but very. What's the human word for this? cautious.
I would agree that cautious is a valid terminology.
My antenna twitch.
The admiral.
Take a
Yeah.
sip of my Romulan ale.
Yeah, the admiral just kind of looks at you, goes, "Though I do imagine that you did not have much of an opportunity to taste Romulan food."
Not very often. The libations are quite strong.
Indeed. Fortunately, my species is immune.
Not all of us can be so perfect, Admiral.
I am
Oh,
noisily
wow.
taking another mouthful of gok.
My antenna
Oh
twitch again.
God!
Admiral, you brought to try this.
Thank you, Lieutenant Commander. There's a look that's very confusing. Like, you can tell she's trying to suppress the emotion, but there's like this small amount of
Hang on.
revulsion.
Vulcans are vegetarian. I think the Admiral would probably get insane.
And it's at this moment that Harrison walks over with a mouthful of the Nanov.
Can I be in tow?
Yes, you can be in tow.
Commander, have you tried the nano? This is... Oh. Yes, well... Admiral Tade.
Captain, Commander. And
Admiral?
There's just this look on her face like, what the actual fuck?
It's good to see you again, Admiral.
Likewise, it is agreeable to see you as well.
I do the Vulcan nod. Do we know when the formal talks are going to start?
They have already begun and finalized. They are signing, formalizing the alliance as we speak.
Oh, that's good. Good to hear.
This dinner is largely for posturing.
Some of Starfleet's best work.
That is very true.
We are diplomats.
Talus is just thinking inside her head, you mean we don't actually have to be here?
I can understand why you might feel out of place, but it was important that we bring our best and brightest, and despite your condition, you are, fortunately, in that category.
Well, thank you, Admiral. Has
And
there been any updates as to our condition?
Starfleet Medical believes that it is not possible to cure the condition. We do not believe that it will be possible for you to regain your memories. Starfleet Command has actually asked that we stop looking into that. They believe the resources could be better spent on scientific R&D for reconstructing the fleet. Finding faster ways of replicating.
I would like to respectfully remind Starfleet R&D that Starfleet does have a history of achieving the impossible regularly.
This is true. However, we have many impossible things on our plate.
That's also true.
Harrison, can I get you to roll a, let's go with a, I'm gonna say a fitness command roll.
Oh
He
boy.
is unfit to command.
We don't have any momentum.
No momentum.
You could give him threat.
Could. Here's the thing. Difficulty 4. You are getting very nauseous.
I'm getting nauseous.
You're getting nauseous. The Nanov is not sitting well.
Oh boy. Okay. Shit. Do I have any focuses that apply?
You have no focuses that apply to I do not want to
I'm
hurl.
noticing this, right? Like, as security officer, I'm noticing that he's not feeling
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, so because I am a merciful GM. One
You know who
success.
says that? Tyrants. Tyrants say that.
Well, I am kind of a tyrant, but besides that, you realize you're not going to be able to hold it. And
Potted plant.
Yep. Yeah. So the captain just goes, "Oh, excuse me," and Harrison runs off to the bathroom to go kind of hurl a little bit.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Did Harrison eat that man off? Oh, I knew it.
I'm so glad I did not try that.
Caceres just watches us run and takes a big drink of her Romulan ale.
Mm-hmm.
I
Talus
told
was
him not to drink
concerned.
that.
I'm
That, rather.
leaning over a toilet, wiping my mouth, going, "Well, genetically engineered or not, that's not a good idea."
It is not. So as you get up and you go over to like wash your face, suddenly you feel a lot better. But it's a weird feeling. It's not like you feel like you didn't actually do anything. And then your worst nightmare happens. Hello, Harrison.
Oh no.
You just see Q hovering behind you in the mirror.
Q, this is a surprise.
What can I say? I have an affectation for you.
I'm flattered.
You shouldn't be.
All right, noted. What do I owe the pleasure?
It's more what I can do for you, Mon Capitaine.
Theoretically, anything.
This is true, but I'm not about to do anything for you. But today is going to be an interesting day, and, well, there's going to be complications in your future, so I figured I should do something to assist you. It would be just most horrible if you had no idea how to handle things that are coming. And so he snaps his fingers, and you fall to the floor unconscious.
Well,
And this is the
Well
part
then.
where it goes all doodly 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 doodly, as suddenly you start having a memory.
oh fuck.
Oh no.
And you are suddenly, you would say, about 5 years old, maybe?
Oh no.
And you are reading a pad. You're wet, and you're in some sort of room with lots of Starfleet equipment. You feel like you almost like you just got out of a cold shower. And Komarova is looking over you and is going, "Are you okay?" And you just nod your head. Goes, "Okay, honey, we need to go." Jim, and she yells over to a man who looks very similar to you, and goes, "We gotta move. Those Orion pirates are gonna be getting into the facility shortly. How quickly can you get us out of here?" "Maybe another 5-10 minutes at most." All right, everyone, let's move. And you, with a bunch of Starfleet officers who are obviously wearing their Odyssey. Oh, this wouldn't be Odyssey. They'd be wearing their STO-era uniforms at this point. Black shoulders on all of them. Are running down corridors trying to escape when a bunch of Orion pirates jump out and start shooting at you. And Komarova and a couple of others try and protect you as the security officers are trying to shoot them and they're being gunned down. And then one strikes the one that looks a lot like the adult version of you, and he falls to the floor and his phaser falls out of his hand. and you just yell, "Daddy!" as you leap forward for that phaser and you fire it at an Orion who just shot your father and vaporize him. And you wake up back on the floor of the bathroom.
Is Q still there?
Q's actually gone, and I need to remove his thing.
I stand up. Does the face in the mirror look any different?
Little blood trickling down your nose from hitting the floor so hard, but that's it. You landed face first, I should mention.
Terrific. I guess I clean myself up a little bit. I look down and I realize my hand's actually shaking a little. Turn into a fist. Okay. Put it away. Deal with it later. I go back outside.
All right. And as you go back outside, Admiral Tane is talking superfluously about her experiences on the Romulan front, which are kind of bothering everyone else as they're just kind of nodding because Admiral, but talking about how she destroyed this entire fleet of Romulan warbirds, and there's a little bit of pride in her voice, and everyone's like, is she enjoying this?
Not gritting my teeth at all.
Trying to figure out if she should remind the Admiral of where the Admiral is.
The
Trying to
other,
figure out why the Gach trick isn't working.
I walk over. Commander, Admiral, can I speak to you for a quiet moment, please?
which commander?
Oh, my XO.
Your XO. All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Please enjoy the hors d'oeuvres.
I put my drink down.
I'm motioning for them to come closer.
So the three of you move aside and you get into a tight huddle. Captain, what has happened?
I just had an encounter with Q.
Cute.
Great.
Fascinating.
What did he want?
Not entirely sure. Mostly the gloat, but also to warn us that something was coming.
Something was coming?
He was intentionally obtuse.
Isn't he always?
More so than usual, from what I've read. Maybe
Curious.
best to keep our security on alert while we're
Security
here at
is
the dinner.
Security is already on high alert. And we've got one of the largest fleets in the Alliance orbiting the planet.
Yes, but this is Q.
This is true. Q doesn't give warnings very often. Excuse me, I need to talk with people.
Please. And as soon as I'm absolutely sure that the Admiral's out of earshot, because I know Vulcans have a lot longer hearing than we do. Oh, than I do. I pulled Catheris over and put my arm around their shoulder and go, I just had a memory.
What? Also, did Q hit you? You're bleeding.
Oh God, still? Okay, I grab a napkin or something and start. No, I hit my face on the floor of the bathroom. I think Q gave me one of my memories back.
What was it?
I was young. I was a child. I was in this facility. I think my parents were there. They were under attack by Orion pirates. I'm pretty sure everyone was Section 31 because they all had black shoulder pads.
Well, seems you took the family business up.
Yeah, I killed someone.
Starfleet? Or an
No.
Orion?
You wouldn't know that.
You said Orions were there!
Okay, yeah, no, you got that. No, Orion. I think my father's dead. I mean, I think that's how it happened.
I mean, your mother did say something about him not being around anymore.
Yeah. I don't know how to process this.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah. I'll see about talking. I'll see about. Let me think. I'll see
and
about talking to Dr. Verask soon.
And so you start feeling a little lightheaded.
I'm gonna go sit down.
So as you get into the chair, you kind of lean over, and your head splits, and another memory resurfaces.
Oh!
Again?
Again,
Literally?
literally another one shows up.
No, I meant
That's
literally
splits,
splits,
but-
because that would be.
Yes, it splits, and a xenomorph comes out, and it gets on Tanae's face, and now we've got Tanae is now half xenomorph queen.
Only half?
Oh.
It's not supposed to do.
I mean, she is a bitch.
Right?
But the scene is totally different from the previous one. You're about the age of, say, 10, 11, and you're in school, of all places, for a memory to pop up. And it's a private school on Alpha Centauri, and it's in keeping with their weird anachronisms. Thanks for that, AdCon. The decor is like a European school. The desks are American style, and everyone's wearing like Japanese school uniform.
I hate this.
I'm very
yeah.
upset I am not there.
Fuck yeah! This is the DeviantArt shit. I love it.
Can I just say, like, as soon as he kind of passed out, that I tried to make it like basically block him and make it look like he's just suffering from whatever
Sure.
happened from eating the food.
Sure, he doesn't do it very obviously. It's just like he blanks out for a moment
Okay.
from your perspective. But from your perspective, Logan, you are seeing it's you and your teacher is introducing a new student to the class. A young Cation girl about your age with chocolate fur and long hair.
Hi.
And she goes, I'd like to introduce Catheris to the class. I hope you all will treat her with dignity and respect. And just, this Catheris is very shy compared to even the one you know. And she walks over and takes a seat in front of you, the only one that's left in the class. And you just kind of brush her off at first. And she goes, but unfortunately, we can't have time for introductions. We're going to have a pop quiz. And everyone groans. You take the quiz, and it's all this, because this is like your 4th grade calculus class, because it's Star Trek and people take calculus at that age. And you finish it, and your genetically enhanced intelligence is just like, oh, I've got this. And you get it, and you turn it in, and then after you, Catheris walks up and pulls aside the teacher, goes, teacher, there's actually a problem on the quiz. Oh? Well, and she points to this one equation, and she points out that there's like there's a number that's transposed, and and you do a double check on after yours comes back and is graded, and the teacher goes, I'm sorry, but I actually made a mistake on our quiz today, and our new student was smart enough to catch it. I'm not going to penalize everyone, but Catheris, you're getting an extra 10 points on your quiz. And you just sit there like, what? I don't go behind anyone. I'm the smartest person here.
Nice.
Freaking nerd.
Genetically enhanced nerd.
Not the other nerd, though.
No, not the other nerd. And for the first time since you've been in school, you got beat at academia.
She will pay.
She will rue the day.
Yeah, there's like a moment of like just you being frustrated at this. And then the memory fades away.
Logan?
I look over at Catheris. You were better at math than me.
What? I mean, yeah, but what?
We were 10. At that private school we went to back on Alpha Centauri. When we visited.
Yeah, I know. I graduated
I
valedictorian.
saw you.
Okay.
Oh God. God, are they all gonna come?
Maybe we should get back to the ship and see Dr. Rat.
Let's get to an office. Let's not be back to the ship. There's an office. Let's get the doctor down here.
Right.
And as you're starting to pick him up, something you don't want to have happen happens.
Oh, good. A phone rings.
No, sorry, wrong. Oh God, I put the wrong alert status there. Sorry.
It's
This-
okay.
No, not that one.
I
here we
broke
are.
Renee's phone. She butt dialed us.
As the red alert siren starts airing throughout the embassy.
Shit. Shit.
What the hell is going on?
And it's
Talos' antennas shoot up.
Tricorder's out.
yeah. So as everyone is just trying to sit and enjoy this lovely dinner, suddenly just like tons and tons of security forces start coming in, trying to secure the room. No, and you see a few intelligence officers, and they go, "We'll talk later. Everyone, please remain calm."
I'm gonna compose myself and take the lead. I'm gonna do as soon as I get eyes on all my crew. I'm gonna do a ring. I'm gonna do the hand movement, the motion everyone to come together.
So everyone
I'm taking
comes
a
together.
protective stance.
So everyone comes together, plus Ambassador Graz.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll actually draw him. Motion to come join us.
Yes. What is happening? Does anybody know what's going on?
Not yet.
I'm gonna pop my comm badge. Like, security. Why is red alert? Why are we on red alert?
Ambassador, we are still evaluating the situation. Please remain calm. We will notify you as soon as everything's ready.
I'm gonna try and contact the Cassini.
You can't.
Great.
It's not. So you get a comm badge beatback that basically reads security lockdown to prevent outgoing
Oh,
communication.
okay.
It's not like, oh, we're being jammed. It's no, they're jamming you on purpose to protect you guys.
I point over at Lieutenant Dallas, our transporter. What do they call them again?
Transporters?
No, the things that block transporters.
Inhibitors?
Yeah, our transport inhibitors on.
Palace, if you want to do an insight security roll for that one.
I can do that.
Can I assist?
You may. Difficulty here is going to be 1.
Let's build some momentum, you guys.
Please.
What am I rolling?
It's insight security across
Inside
the board.
security. Cool.
Would my emergency preparedness focus apply?
Yes.
Nice.
Nicely done, guys. So that's two momentum. You would know that this is the standard operating procedure when there are this many VIPs in the room. And that the next thing that's going to end up happening is they're going to start moving you guys into like a corner with some other people.
Okay.
And Romulan Republic security comes over and moves you guys aside and just says, okay, I need everyone from this section over here, please. And they just put you aside.
What's the group of people that they're putting us with? Do they seem like anyone we would recognize from anything?
So there's a few, so like Kalis, and
Kalis, Emperor Kalis.
Yes, they recloned Kalis after the last one got himself killed.
Yeah.
There were 3 Kalises?
No, so after a few minutes they actually do like turn off the alert. And it's just like people move into the corners. There are a few people who are on your crew. So Varas, Kalis, obviously. And then you start recognizing that there's a couple of VIPs next to you.
Oh, Dr. Brosk is on the surface?
Varas is on the surface. He's just, I'm unlimited on assets and space.
That's fair.
That's fine.
Yep. And so, actually, Ryan, can I get you as Sahen to do an insight command roll?
Said insight command.
Insight command. This is a difficulty 1. Because I want you to know if you recognize the VIP you're standing next to.
No.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, so you don't. So there is a woman standing next to you. Wearing robes and a weird hat. And you recognize immediately that she's a Bajoran.
Oh no.
You would. Out of
I-
character. You would.
I would. You know I would.
Oh no.
Kai Kira for the win.
Mm-hmm. And she just looks over to you. She goes, "You don't happen to know what's going on, do you?"
Not at all, madam. Not at all.
This
Well,
is
we
very
thought you might know. You're the security. That's where you came from, right?
No, you don't recognize Kaikira?
I do.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does.
doesn't-
Okay.
He doesn't. Ambassador Graz doesn't have to roll. He knows.
Okay,
the
that's
VIPs.
fine.
Yeah, we've been hanging out.
Okay, didn't recognize the voice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Drinking half sprat.
I thought you ate Hasperat.
Yeah, you do. It's Rectogino I was thinking of. My bad.
Rectogino is life.
Yeah.
And behind her is another Starfleet captain who looks to have been her escort. 0 points. Huh?
I swear to God, if it's you, I think it
Well, of course he's
It's
here.
got to be
Yeah.
Kurland.
It's
gotta
the,
be.
yeah, the Enterprise is going to be here at this place. Come on.
The Enterprise is here too. They're just not in this section. But yeah, it is Kurland.
Oh, okay.
So you bring the guy from Bajor to bring the Bajoran guy.
Fair.
Okay.
And you guys are just crammed in this corner. However, Catheris, I need you to do an insight security when one of the security officers is allowed in and pulls you aside.
All right. Do I have any focuses that apply?
In this case, I'm going to say no. You're doing this. This is you basing this person on reputation, from what you've read.
All right. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 2. They're a little more obscure, and I don't have an asset for them.
All right. May I take a momentum for cautious?
You may. So, insight security.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
5 successes.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, even I know that.
Get that.
Yeah, that's 4 momentum now you're at.
Yeah.
You recognize her immediately as a member of the Enterprise's crew. Based on her color, with a few new pips from the last time you read her file, since you started reading up on famous people, it's Commander Kiona.
All right. I just
Uh,
there's like a moment of like, hey, someone I know, and like someone I know, like I know this person, and then instantly like it goes away and it's like business mode.
Mm-hmm. That feeling is actually very strong.
Well, this is great. We got half a Starfleet here, and nobody knows what's happening.
Kiona,
What's her rank?
well, when you last read her file, it was Lieutenant Commander. It is now full Commander. And it looks like it must have been pretty recent. And she goes,
Commander.
Commander Catheris, it's good to see that you're all right.
Kiona, right?
Yes, I thought you had lost your memories.
I've been reading files.
I suppose the Enterprise would be on the top of any Starfleet officer's list.
For a lot of reasons. Yeah.
I hope you're doing all right.
Could be doing better. Do you know what's going on?
Not yet. All I know is that the intelligence guys just put everyone on lockdown.
Yeah, that's their job, isn't it?
Supposed to be. Ambassador, are you all right?
Had enough of this. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna walk. Is there a security guard nearby?
She is the security guard.
She is the security guard.
Yeah,
Kiona
she's
is?
acting. Kiona's acting as emergency security. So
Well, then I'm gonna walk up to her. It's like, Kiona, I demand you tell me what's going on. I'm an ambassador here. We're trying to have a good time, and all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Somebody has to know what's happening.
I'm sorry, Ambassador. I just don't know yet.
That's not good enough.
The Kai just leans over. Ambassador, we've got enough security here to protect us all. I think we need to trust them. It's not as bad as that near assassination last week.
Assassinate what?
So I don't think. Did you get around to playing the Temporal Arc, Fark?
A long time ago.
Yeah. So there was an assassination attempt from time travelers on Okeg and Jimpok.
Oh yes.
Yes,
That's what I
that thing.
Honestly, that's what I thought we were in the middle of right now.
No, that was last week. This is after that, when everyone was like, "Let's get everyone back together and sign this for realsies."
So I
Great
would
how that's
guess-
working out.
So I would have probably been there. So whatever.
Yes.
All right. Not gonna be another assassination, is there?
Oh God, I hope not. The guy immediately reaches over on the table, grabs a Romulan ale, hands it to you.
Well, appreciate it, but don't worry about me. Tellarites don't get drunk. We just get feisty.
Well, if it is an assassination, we might need feisty.
Well, we'll bring it if we need it. Right, Graz?
I think we can bring Feisty. There's a little twinkle in his eye.
Oh, if you knew. Oh, if you knew how you used to be. Give him
Kiana
a wink.
Kiana just rolls her eyes and turns to Catheris and just goes, "Well, if it's all right with you, I'd like to borrow both you and Lieutenant Theliksha to help bolster our security forces."
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna look to Vrask and kind of just subtly point towards Harrison.
Verosk nods and slowly starts inching over. And as Talis says, you go off. Kiona points you off to another group that looks like it needs additional security guard. And Catheris, we're going to wrap up this scene with you. And Catheris, you and Kiona, sorry. And the two of you start walking away, and she goes, "So how have you been? I don't suppose you, by any chance, you kept those Captain Proton Hollow programs?"
Hell yes, I did.
Glad to hear it. And that's where the two of them disappear from the scene. So I'm assuming, Logan, you want to get checked out by the doctor.
Yeah, but first I want to make sure everyone's safe.
So let's do an insight security check on that.
Yeah, are my spy senses going off?
Yeah, well, we may as well say that they are. You're checking for everything.
I'm gonna grab a. No, never mind. That's bold, and I want to give you a threat right now. You know the focus that applies though?
Yeah, your focus applies. This is difficulty 1. It's not hard.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and you gain a momentum, and I'm increasing your threat. You can tell that no one looks like they're in any immediate danger. You're not seeing anything. People got put on lockdown, and you get the feeling that whatever the threat is not to the conference.
So it might have happened elsewhere. They keep putting us on lockdown.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to do a insight security check to cross-reference with other events that have happened recently?
Sure.
All right, so that's going to be a difficulty 2 task.
Okay.
And it will be a succeed at the cost of 1 threat.
Yeah, screw it. Let's do this.
Okay. All right. So, you think back on the intelligence reports that you've read over the past week since you guys left Space Dock. There's besides the assassination attempt, there was also there's been a growing unrest in the Alpha Quadrant. Some planets have been getting like proto-mattered or something. You're not quite sure what. On top of that, last week Empress Sela was arrested as well, who voluntarily surrendered into the custody of the Alliance forces. And you can't think off the top of your head why any of that would be relevant to what's going on here.
An unknown situation. Terrific.
Sorry, for the person who is uneducated, Empress Sela, what?
Yes,
Denise Crosby.
Denise Crosby.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be STO if Sela didn't show up at some point to ruin your day. So,
You mean make it better, right?
depends.
And here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Denise Crosby. No.
She just walks into our chat room.
I would watch that talk show.
Right.
That's how many guest stars we have.
We have
Alrighty.
all of them. Every single one
We
of
have
them.
all of them. All of them. Everyone's here.
You'll probably get Walter.
Uh, but yeah, off the top of your head, you can't figure out why this is happening.
Could I figure out what's happening based on recent incidents?
Maybe. You would have to roll an insight security check as well, because that's not your specialty, because you're not a security officer. I'm going to raise the I'm going to spend a threat to increase your difficulty by 1. It would be a difficulty 3 task.
Let's see. So complication range 3.
Its complication range is normal.
Just
Okay.
increase your dice to 3.
Yeah.
No. You don't do that. You still
have
get 2
to-
dice.
Yeah, you still get 2 dice. You have to roll 3 successes.
You can spend a momentum to get another dice to roll.
Now I'll let you guys do that. Guest stars don't use momentum.
Oh,
You're
do
absolutely
it.
welcome to.
You're
Do
I,
it.
didn't- I couldn't anyway.
Yeah, you don't. You have no clue. You're
I
like,
know.
I don't know. I've been sitting in rooms reading papers for the last week. What the hell do I know?
Doesn't mean I'm happy about it.
Exactly. And after a little while, and this is where shit gets really, really, really awkward, as evidenced by me moving your guys' characters off to the side here. And me starting to look for the character models again. So you see Admiral Tane is in the corner talking with DeSoto. When the one person you really, 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 really don't want to see walks in the room. As Franklin Drake bursts in and starts running up to Tane.
I power walk forward.
Yeah, and you get stopped by security.
I power walk forward.
Friend of yours?
Roll a... Fuck, god damn it.
Terminator Harrison has activated.
Terminator Harrison has activated difficulty 3 opposed, and I'm gonna have to like roll someone else's stats because I don't have, this was not planned. It's going to end up having to be a I guess it would be daring security since it's melee.
Okay, I'm gonna make it right now. I'm not trying to punch them out of the way. I'm just like shoulder pushing them out of the way.
Right, and they're
And I'm
trying to restrain you.
Yeah, it's
And I'm-
still daring security.
I'm gonna give you a threat for security,
Okay.
and I have focuses that apply.
Hand-to-hand combat technically.
Yeah, hand-to-hand social combat.
And I am going to spend 3 momentum. 3 threat to get 2 extra dice on the security guy.
Go for it.
Yep.
Okay,
So roll it.
I'm going to re-roll that 0 because I have bold.
Okay.
Yo!
You shove a Mako onto the ground and you just start power walking over to Drake.
I shove him and it looks effortless.
You have to roll again for if you're shoving Drake. Or is that about
Oh no, I'm not gonna punch Drake. I'm just walking up to Tane. Like, I don't care about the scene I'm making right now.
Which is great because you know what that means? I am going to take 5 threat for that. Sorry, that should
Fine,
be.
it's worth it.
Yep. So yeah,
Is it worth it?
it's-
I
Is
don't-
it?
It might be. We'll find out.
we'll
I
find
don't
out.
think he's a friend of it.
So as you power walk up to Tane, as he's whispering something in her fucking ear, and I want you to do an insight security as you start walking up.
Okay.
Difficulty is going to be 2.
There's assist.
Applicable?
No one can assist on this. Everyone's too far away.
Anything applicable?
Intelligence operative.
Yeah, I figured that'd be going off. Nope.
Oh.
There goes my streak.
Okay, so you fail to notice that Tane is going sheet white.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned with Drake at the moment.
Yeah, you're just tunnel visioned on Drake.
Like I said, Terminator mode.
And do another one for Drake.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay, you succeed on that one. But I'm taking 2 more threat because you're affecting Drake. And you immediately notice he looks a little scared.
Okay.
Oh God, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, it's not like panicked. It's a little like, this is not good, and this is very urgent, and we need to take care of this shit now before it gets out of hand kind of
Yeah.
face.
Am I finally within one speaking distance?
Oh yeah, you're like maybe a foot or 2 away from them.
I'm taking all of my self-control to not immediately start shouting, and I said as soon as I get speaking distance within not speaking distance, but within like, social distance.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever you're gonna say next, control security to see if you hold that.
Okay.
Difficulty 2 because I know it's Drake with you.
Fuck. I'm gonna spend 2 momentum to cancel that complication.
Okay. Okay, so you succeeded.
No, my fist clenches and then it unclenches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say what you're gonna say.
Admiral, what the hell is he doing here?
Giving us all bearers of bad news. Hello, Harrison. Hate to have had to run into you like this. By the way, he's not wearing the Section 31 uniform, I should mention.
Yeah, I would think not.
I forgot to upload it, but he is actually wearing an Odyssey uniform. Captain's rank, white shoulders, black bar. Basically showing that like his undercover identity is intelligence.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. And Tane just looks at him, looks back at you, looks back at him, looks back at you, and goes, we have a... I would put aside whatever feelings you have and prepare your crew for a briefing very shortly.
Understood.
And, okay, she's going to actually make a roll on you. Let's make this an opposed check.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. Because this would be fun. She's going to use Insight Command. I'm going to have you do Control Command.
That's actually my best stat. Well, almost. No, it is. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And she's going to use one of her values to get an automatic critical success.
All right, I'm gonna grab momentum for cautious.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lean over to Graz and just poke him in the ribs and says, "Your captain does realize this is a diplomatic dinner, right?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I captain the fuck out of this.
So you stone face as she kind of goes. As she kind of reads you up and down to make sure that you're not like going to be an issue. By the way, so that's 2 momentum extra for you.
Nice.
Nicely
At this point,
done.
Wait, should.
Wait, hang on. No, you match, but it still goes to you, so no momentum. I
Okay.
forgot. I used her value.
That's fine.
So
At this point, Stoneface should just be a value for Harrison.
don't punch Drake. Don't punch strength, no matter how much you want to.
Oh, I mean, I can stone face a Vulcan. That's pretty good.
That is actually really good. She kind of picks up that you're not entirely comfortable, understandably, but she doesn't think you're going to, like, I don't know, break his neck or something in the middle of the conference hall.
Not in the middle of the conference.
Need some kindling, just snap.
We got any pencils around here? And she just goes, prepare your crew, and if I were you, I would brush up on your intelligence operations. And she goes, Drake, with me. And the two of them walk away.
I'm assuming I'm in a different section.
Yeah, you're in a different section.
Yeah, who watched this? I want to know.
No one. Everyone kind of watched you push a security guard aside, but like after there was just this quiet conversation, like no one it didn't seem like it affected anyone.
Okay.
It's just like everyone else just like saw you push someone out of the way, and then they realized you were talking to someone, and like it must have been important.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna walk back to my crew. At first, I'm gonna see our communications still back online yet.
Not yet. They still got it locked down.
All right.
Curlin leans over and just goes, "It'll probably be when they decide to evacuate us." And as if on cue, some Romulan Republic security come in and they start grabbing VIPs and pulling them away.
And Curlin leans over again and says, Curlin here.
This is Curlin. We're over here.
I put my face on here. I put my hand in his face and just push him aside, and I'm walking.
In seriousness, the Kai actually leans over to you, Harrison.
Hi.
And she goes, "You're Captain Harrison, aren't you?"
I am. And you're Kai Kira. I'm familiar with your work.
Well, I'm flattered. However, I have a feeling we're going to get to know each other better in the near future. Not like that. She goes, I had a vision from the prophets that I would be meeting you today. And it's at this moment.
No, before we change modes, she goes, I just spoke with you today.
Oh, well then you're having an even worse day than me. It's at that moment security takes her and is escorting her away.
I feel bad. She probably feels naked without having a phaser on her.
Probably.
Yeah.
And so it's just
backhand though.
Oh yeah, no, she's got the hammer strike like down.
Mm-hmm. And it's at this moment when Admiral Tade comes back into the room, and there's kind of a long sigh from her. She goes, "Can I have your attention, please, Alliance forces? We are going to be having an emergency briefing." And it's at this moment that all the talk is quieted, and then Graz, Ambassador Graz, you are the last VIP that they start escorting out.
Yeah. Took it long enough.
Any parting words to your son that you would like to make?
Well, I wanted to say, I'll tell you what, son. You were feisty. You can be feisty again. See you soon.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, as the middle-aged Tellarite is now escorted out by a Romulan and a Klingon security officer.
Don't touch me.
The Klingon hands you a glass of blood wine.
That's better.
And as everyone is gone, Tade just stands up and goes, "Now that we're all together, I need to notify you of a major security breach. Approximately 5 hours ago, there was a prison break at Facility 4028. Only a single prisoner was liberated from the facility. Given our proximity to the Romulan border, it was immediately decided that we needed to be put on high alert while we investigated what was about to transpire. We are now aware of the truth. Empress Sela has been busted out of jail. However, that is not the end of the story. Thanks to intelligence operatives, and she just looks with a side eye right at Drake, we have determined that this is not a rescue mission on behalf of the Romulan Star Empire. We believe the Tal Shiar have placed an individual in a position of power inside the Romulan Senate, and that this individual is planning to frame a public assassination of the Empress and seizing her throne. Normally, this would fall under the purview of the Prime Directive. However, given that this required extracting an Alliance prisoner, that no longer applies. We're walking a tightrope here. Unfortunately, that means that we need to stage a counter-rescue of the Empress. Do we have to? And there's just a look of, yes, we have to. A resurgent Romulan Star Empire, while our forces are still devastated from the Iconian War, is the last thing we need. Besides that, she is a surrendered prisoner of the Alliance.
We're Starfleet. We don't send people off to their deaths, no matter how much we dislike them.
It's true.
That's why Drake is still around.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Drake just goes,
Oh,
Yeah, and then I look at Drake.
personal squabbles aside, the best course of action would be to plan an extraction operation. As such, however, as most of our intelligence ships are currently engaged in gathering operations in the Alpha Quadrant, we're going to have to make do with what ships can act stealthily and with as much precision as possible. We will also need Romulan Republic officers to assist in this operation, but no matter what, the fact is this extraction will lead to a battle. Getting in is easy, getting out is hard, as they say. As such, I would like to introduce the Admiral who is going to assist in the battle operations of this plan. As she stands aside, and this is like the moment in Discovery where the Empress walks onto the Shinjo's bridge, except it's not the Empress because we're going to go rescue her, but of the Starfleet Admiral you saw earlier, Graz. And as Tade starts to introduce him, he cuts her off.
Yeah, he does. Come on, Tade, don't give me that bullshit introduction. You know I hate that. It's not Admiral, it's not whatever, it's not long-ass-winded name. Just call me Admiral Ted.